Republican efforts to pass a bill to partially repeal Obamacare hit trouble on Thursday evening as senior party figures denounced their so-called skinny repeal as both a fraud and a disaster. Republicans had been hoping to pass a partial repeal of some elements of Obama's Affordable Care Act (ACA), but senators were wavering, fearful that the bill might actually become law. Senate leadership has touted the skinny bill as a mechanism to force a conference committee with the House taking time to hash out a compromise. However, as rumblings grew that the House might simply put the bill to a swift up-and-down vote, many Republicans began to hesitate about the legislation. Lindsey Graham of South Carolina told reporters in a press conference with 3 other senators the skinny bill as policy is disaster. As a replacement for Obamacare, it is a fraud. Instead, Graham insisted simply that it is a vehicle to get to conference. The South Carolina Republican, along with John McCain of Arizona, Ron Johnson of Wisconsin and Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, pledged that they would not vote for skinny repeal unless they received an ironclad guarantee from the House Speaker, Paul Ryan, that there would be a conference committee. When asked what that guarantee would consist of, Graham told reporters, "It's like pornography, I'll know it when I see it." The anxious press conference came only hours after John Cornyn, the number 2 Republican in the Senate, told reporters, "My understanding is that the Speaker has said that they're preparing for a conference." But he admitted that he had not received that formal assurance and added that the prospect of the House simply passing the Senate bill did not trouble him. In a statement Thursday night, Speaker Paul Ryan left room to maneuver on what next steps would be if the Senate passed the bill. Senators have made clear that this is an effort to keep the process alive, not to make law. If moving forward requires a conference committee, that is something the House is willing to do, Ryan said in an ambiguous statement. The reality, however, is that repealing and replacing Obamacare still ultimately requires the Senate to produce 51 votes for an actual plan. Until the Senate can do that, we will never be able to develop a conference report that becomes law. On the House side, moderates were open to simply passing the Senate bill unamended. Chris Collins, a moderate Trump ally from upstate New York, compared the choice on skinny repeal to the 2016 election. "This becomes not unlike Trump and Clinton. There was not a third candidate. There wasn't going to be another choice. It was a binary choice. People voted. This would be a similar type of situation." At the same time, House leadership told members to be flexible on their travel plans. The House was scheduled to begin its August recess on Friday but now may remain for votes, raising concerns among senators anxious for a conference committee. However, Mark Meadows, the chairman of the conservative House Freedom Caucus, which helped derail an earlier version of the House bill, insisted that the skinny repeal did not have enough support to pass. On Thursday evening, the congressman again expressed confidence that House Republicans would not pass a pared-down repeal of the Affordable Care Act even under pressure from the White House. "If it comes over with just minimal elements of a replacement, there is not enough votes to send it to the president," Meadows said, adding that leadership